This is The Grip by The Plenteous Life. Leaders Under Fire, the art of protecting your purpose. Welcome back to The Grip. I'm Becky Henderson, founder and principal coach of The Plenteous Life. Your mission as a leader is under constant threat from critics, external pressures, and even your own team. How will you protect it? Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, faced this challenge head-on when society demanded he turn his company into a vehicle for activism. Instead, Brian chose clarity over chaos, and the result? An aligned, thriving business culture that led Coinbase to becoming a global powerhouse for economic freedom. When you come under fire, what will your choice be? In this issue of The Grip, we share more of the Coinbase story and give you 2 powerful questions for navigating unpopular decisions. Let's dive in. Imagine this. You're at the helm of a rapidly growing company, faced with a tidal wave of societal pressure. The world is demanding that you take a stand on divisive cultural issues that, while important, have little to do with your mission. The noise is deafening. The critics are loud. What do you do? This was the exact crossroads where Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, found himself standing. As a leader, he could have taken the easier path, bending to external pressure, diluting his company's focus, and signaling alignment just to keep critics at bay. But instead, Armstrong made a choice that stunned Silicon Valley and inspired countless entrepreneurs. He declared that Coinbase would stay mission-focused. They weren't going to solve every societal issue. They were here to build a global financial system, a system for economic freedom, and that required relentless focus. Rather than be distracted by those that wouldn't like his position, Armstrong chose to create an aligned culture that could actually accomplish this mission long-term. It wasn't a decision without consequences. Some employees disagreed. Voices in the company called for a pivot toward broader activism. A couple of journalists wrote hit pieces publicly criticizing Coinbase. But Armstrong stood firm. He offered those who felt out of alignment a generous severance package and the chance to leave on good terms. It wasn't an act of dismissal, but an act of clarity. In doing so, he strengthened Coinbase's culture, retaining a team that was fully aligned with its purpose. And the result? Coinbase thrived. In the months following, the company made significant strides, including preparing for its direct listing on the NASDAQ in 2021, where it debuted with a valuation of nearly $100 billion, with a B, $100 billion. They didn't just weather the storm, they rose above it, staying true to their vision while inspiring leaders worldwide to think differently about what it means to be mission-driven. As your mission advances in size and reach, you will be flooded with opinions on who you should be as a company or business. When the noise grows loud and the world, both outside and inside your business, demands you stray from your path, how will you protect the mission that matters most? What decision will you make to honor the purpose you've worked so hard to create? Consider these 2 questions to help you decide your next move. Number 1, who must I be? Be intentional about who you are being. Empowered ways of being rarely happen by default. They must be created and often recreated as you lead. So ask yourself, who must I be to advance this mission? And notice what comes to mind. It might be resolute, bold, brave, generous, creative, clear, abundance-minded. Whatever is needed, choose to be it. Then act with integrity in a manner consistent with that way of being. That's how a new way of being is authentically and powerfully brought to life. Remember, who you are being is the source of your action, always. And number 2, who must I listen to? Be intentional about who you listen to when making decisions. The greatest leaders tend to keep their circle of influence deliberately small. A spouse or family member, a co-founder or business partner, a board of advisors, a mentor. Keep the following attributes in mind for identifying your circle of influence. Do they have expertise in the area where I seek feedback? Do they have my growth and best interests in mind? Do they speak honestly? even when it's uncomfortable? Do they operate with a creator's perspective? Do they share my values and align with my mission? Have they demonstrated a commitment to integrity? As with who you are being, your circle of influence doesn't happen by default. It too must be created, and at times recreated as you grow. It will serve you in different seasons to assess whether the members of your circle are suited for where or how you intend to grow next, and to recreate that circle as necessary. As you lead your mission for impact in this world, people will criticize your decisions. In fact, if no one is criticizing you, you're playing too safe. Criticism is a rite of passage for innovators, leaders, founders, and creators. So don't make decisions from fear over how others may react. Make decisions based on the good of your mission. In a future issue of The Grip, we'll dive deeper into dealing effectively with critics. They are a special bunch. We know you've got them both outside and inside your organization. You may even have them inside your own household as well. We'll show you how to get at the source of any critic's impact on you and to neutralize its capacity to get in your way. Keep creating. This has been another issue of The Grip. From all of us at The Plenteous Life, may you prosper in every way.